With me now is Charlie from Malevolence. How are you, man?
Yeah, I'm very well, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm good, man. Album drops tomorrow.
Yes, it does.
So champagne at the ready, or
Yeah, I've just been to Aldi and bought four bottles of spray. Not the most expensive ones because I don't think there'll be much drinking of them. But
can you
yeah,
claim that as expenses?
you know what? I've kept the receipt, so we'll see, won't we? Because technically that's what it's for. But
Yeah, it
yeah,
is. You know?
I bought some fireworks as well. I
Oh,
nearly missed the interview because I was rushing around like mad.
neighbors are gonna love you at midnight.
Yeah, they are. Hopefully, we don't get nicked. Is it illegal to set off fireworks?
I don't.
Bonfire
I
night?
think you're allowed to do it like twice a year. I think bonfire night and New Year's Eve are
All
pretty
right,
much good
yeah.
times. But
But we didn't set off any bonfire nights, so we'll see. We're celebrating that now.
just say they've got to be used by sell by date. Be fine.
Yeah.
Um. So, congratulations on becoming the new headliner for Sophie Lancaster's agent, Bloodstock.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm excited about that one.
Yeah, how has that been on the cards for a while, or was that
Nah.
quite a last minute thing? I know they dropped out because of Ukraine and stuff like that.
Oh, is that right? I didn't even know that was the case. But yeah, I think we just got the call. I think yeah, it was Vicky and the team from Bloodstock. Yeah, I think they just picked us because obviously they need someone to replace Hatebreed. And you know, we sound a bit like Hatebreed, I guess. Definitely taking a bit of influence from them over the years. But yeah, I'm just honoured to be honest. Yeah, it's a big spot to fill. So yeah, we're gonna have to give it 110%.
Is it? Are you
Something
gonna
out of the
change,
bag for that one.
yeah, are you going to change things in the set list, or are you pretty happy with what's
I'm
going
not
on?
sure to be honest. I guess we'll be playing some more new ones off the new album. I'm not sure how it's going to go, but yeah, we'll have to rejiggle things a bit and yeah, do something out of the ordinary. We've not planned it yet
Yeah,
specifically, but yeah, we're all excited anyway.
awesome.
I think after last year's Bloodstock, yeah, we definitely smashed that one. So I guess that's why they've got us again. So
Yeah,
yeah, we're going to try and step up.
can't go wrong. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
So how many faces do you think you melted on the Architects tour?
Oh yeah, definitely a few. But to be honest, I thought their crowd was surprisingly metal. I was expecting super normal people and us to be the heavy option, and everyone's to just be like, yeah, faces getting melted and stuff. But yeah, people loved it. Like they were coming in, they were leaving work at 5 p.m, turning up for doors and running around in a circle like mad, which yeah,
Right.
I was pleased to see. I didn't expect it, but yeah, we had a great reaction.
Is that the first time those new songs have been played
More or less.
in massive arenas? Do they take
Yeah.
on a different life on their own?
Sorry.
Do those songs take on a life of their own when they're played in arenas as opposed to like O2 academies or smaller
Yeah.
venues?
Yeah. I mean, the only like big stages we've done are like festivals, really. Yeah, we still play a lot of smaller shows as well. That's what we're more used to. But yeah, those songs they seem to translate perfectly. Yeah, they got everybody bouncing, everybody running around in circles, and that was the desired effect, really. Yeah, we'd not played Life Sentence very much. We played on Broken Glass quite a lot because obviously with the video we did for that one as well, we had to play that song about 12 times, something like that, throughout the day. So yeah, that one got a bit of practice during that video shoot. But then Life Sentence we'd only done at the K Pit, you know, the tiny dive bar show that they do. We did that the other week, and yeah, it's quite challenging. Like we always push the boundary a little bit of our technical ability. Well, I do personally. I'm sure the rest of them do as well. So yeah, it's always difficult to play in that regard. But yeah, I think we pulled it off in the arenas and stuff.
Definitely. I mean, is there much difference between set list and performance wise between that and say you set a download later this year, which will be obviously different to Bloodstock because that's a headline slot.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess we'll be playing some of the old ones, some more of the new ones, and then it's tricky because like and it's we've got a lot of bangers.
Yeah.
I don't say so myself, but we always throw a few old ones in, and they really like festivals, especially like Serpent's Chokehold, that old one. Like we've been trying to phase it out for years, but people just love it, and like people always like soundcheck with that riff at the start of it and stuff. I don't know if you're familiar with the song, but yeah, I think that's a festival tune, so we'll probably have to throw that in the mix, and then yeah, just pick the best ones from the albums, and then, but yeah, obviously we've got quite a few slow ones as well, and they're not always the best to put in at festivals because they, if you've got a shorter set,
it's the greatest hit set, really, you know.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, hit the nail on the head.
So the new album is just great. It is so far my favorite album of the year. And Counterbat's dropped an album, and I'm like a big fucking Counterbat fan.
Oh yeah.
I just think it's great. Starting off with the short, literally punch to the face. Pretty much, this is what you're in for like 60 minutes, a little bit less than that. And yeah, it's just a fantastic journey. The slow bit in the middle, just so you catch your breath, on Higher Place, and then it just carries on going back. And I just love it. It's a journey that needs to be played from start to finish. It's like people can have their favorite tracks or whatever, but I feel like it is a journey as a record. Is that how you wanted the track listing to be?
Yeah, definitely. I'm glad you like it. But yeah, it's just something for everybody in a way. Obviously, it's like a more polished version of what we've done in the past, as you can see behind me. Perhaps. Yeah. But I'd say it's still Malevolence. But yeah, just the more developed, more mature, finished version of it. And obviously it's got the hard ones, it's got the bouncy ones, it's got some bigger choruses than we've used in the past. We've explored the singing, melodic growling aspects with Conan's vocals a bit more, and then we definitely went a bit softer with Higher Place in the middle.
Did the success of the EP kind of spur away, like, oh, we're onto something? We'll kind of
definitely
this on.
Yeah, I was saying this to somebody else. It's kind of like the majority of the album is like a development of each album, as heavy metal goes in from us, and then there's also like a side sort of exploration of like the softer side in a way, where we've done in the past. We did first one was like Turn to Stone off the first album, and then we tried it again. We did the True Colors of So Supremacy. And I think that one wasn't quite as popular. I did really like that one though. But then the other side was like the same again. I think when we had a working title for the demo, we called it Stained Park, because it was like, of course, bit of Stained, bit of Linkin Park. And then and then Higher Place came about after that on the next record. But that song was actually written originally for Josh's granddad, who passed away sadly, and the original song, I think Josh pretty much wrote it all himself, and then we sort of put the Malev twist on it, and they played it at his funeral, but then and then he kind of remixed it, put the Malev twist on it, and we put it on the album, with the full production and everything, and that's kind of where it is now.
Is that the most personalized song on the album, would you say?
Personalized?
Personal?
Yeah,
personal. That's the one. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that one just like a genuine song about loss, like from the heart, from Josh pretty much wrote it all, that one. So hats off to Josh. But yeah, definitely a tearjerker.
So when you came back, you obviously did Slam Dunk last year.
Yeah.
How far along on this album were you writing or recording, or was it already finished? Or did those small live shows kind of push you a bit harder to going from stage back into the studio to finish it?
I think we'd already done it by that point. Yeah, we've been sitting on it for quite a while, and all the business aspect just sort of drags on for a while.
Yeah.
And it's like, you just need to just forget about it for a bit while you sort everything else out, and then you can eventually put it out into the world. And when, as a band member, when you listen to it again, it's like enjoyable because you can get sick of it so easily.
Yeah.
Especially through the recording process. Well, yeah.
Have you? What song was the most pain in the ass to get right?
So Armageddon, the last track, that took a bit of back and forth. It's like sometimes it just goes full circle. Like we'll be writing, and then everybody kind of wants to have their own say on it, and until we collectively agree. So yeah, that was like I think Con wrote most of that one, and then Josh kind of took it, malevified it, and then we were just going back and forth for ages, just saying, no, this bit's rubbish, and then we got there in the end, but it was just like a full circle. Like everybody had their say, and then eventually we changed everything. We changed every part again and again, and then it just ended up how it originally was.
Oh no!
And that's an example of like what ends up happening a lot of the time.
What was the first song to get going, to get the ball rolling, or come quicker, Stephen?
I think On Broken Glass and Life Sentence were the obvious ones because Josh demoed a lot of them way before. So we had a bank of like 20 demos or something, and we just picked out the most outstanding ones, and then all got in the studio or the practice room. This is like around COVID times and stuff, when it was difficult with the restrictions and everything. And we all went down there, and we just dropped a chorus. We just we didn't have any words, and we just had a bit of a melody. And then Con jumped in the booth and just sang the Unbroken Glass chorus. But it was just like, I'd say placeholder words, just gobbledygook, whatever, just singing the melody. And then we were like, hold on. Everyone was just like, that sounds sick. And then we just got the pen and pad out, wrote down some good words and stuff, and then the chorus came about, and that was kind of the first bit. Everyone was just like, whoa, this is sick.
Yeah.
And then we kind of went from there with that one. And then the Life Sentence was quick to follow. Definitely didn't get finished as fast, but then they were the first few that we had popping. Like the first five, I think the first 5 tracks on the album, pretty much in order, were the ones we had first.
That's pretty cool.
And then the rest of them were like, that was the more difficult bit, when we're like, right, we need to get an actual album out here. But then there was tracks such as like Salvation, the one with Matt Heffy on.
Yeah.
Where that was very rough until the very end. And then obviously him jumping on it polished it up an awful lot.
Was that a last minute thing, or did you always wanted him on it?
Yeah, that all happened quite quickly. All of a sudden we just heard from him, and he was just like, yeah, I'm gonna jump on a track and do a solo and do a chorus, and we were like sick. And then he did it on his Twitch.
Oh wow.
And like somebody, I think Josh sent me a message like, he's doing it now. I was like out for a walk in the park with my girlfriend, and we went and sat in a coffee shop, and I watched him like just recording it on my phone.
That's pretty surreal.
Yeah, I was just like, wow, this is sick. And then the chorus was kind of already down, but then he put a twist on it, and it all came together, and that ended up being like, I'd say probably one of the biggest bangers on the album.
I'm a big fan of Karma.
Oh yeah, me too, man. Me too. I agree with you.
And it's a slap bang in the middle, which is nice, because obviously I'm a big fan of Still Waters Run Deep. That has just got such a fucking Pantera vibe about it. I was listening to it in work, and someone was like, what is that? I was like, can't listen to it tomorrow, but yeah, it's on Spotify.
Sick.
But
well, you know what? That tune we had written since 2018, before.
Which one? Karma or Water?
Still Waters Run Deep. Yeah, 2018. We had that. We nearly put it on the EP. But yeah, we didn't have lyrics to it or anything. And I actually got a few lyrics down on that one. I was happy because I don't usually write any, but I got a few down.
Well, I always like to ask I always like to ask people like what's their favorite lyric on the album, but I guess it'd be something from Still Waters Run Deep.
I don't know, really. Hard to say.
So you got Download, which is going to be great. And you headline in Bloodstock. Is there any smaller club shows on the cards to be announced
I'm sure
soon?
there will be. I'm sure there will be. Yeah, we played an interesting show in Limerick, in Ireland, a couple of weeks back. Yeah, definitely not as many people there as Ali Pali the week after.
No.
So yeah, that was. I think that must be a Guinness World Record. Like
the biggest circle pit, wasn't it?
No, I mean like the least attended show to the most attended show a band's ever done. I don't know, but yeah, it's a good laugh either way. But yeah, that was a big circle pit. Don't get me wrong.
It's gonna be weird transitioning from those massive crowds now, back to club shows. But I feel like it'd be more intense and Malevolence. But I don't want to say vibe because it's not the word I'm looking for. It's just that intimacy and that fire in a small club as opposed to people 20 feet away behind a barricade in an arena kind of thing.
Yeah, it's definitely a much different vibe from one to the other, but yeah, that's probably where we thrive realistically in club shows. It's what we've always done, so that's where we feel at home playing, I guess. But then yeah, it was awesome to play to the big crowds as well consistently for a week. That was amazing. Yeah, pretty nerve-wracking.
Because you don't know who's coming. If you were doing a club show, people are coming to see you, whereas people are coming to see Architects or Sleep Token.
Yeah, exactly. You've got to impress their fans. So if we do club shows on a headline tour, whatever, it'd be interesting to see how many people we pick up on the big run. Really, yeah. See how many people come out to see us now. Yeah, hopefully a few.
I saw you at I couldn't see you this time on the Architects one, but I did catch you at Slam Dunk, and that tent was fucking rammed.
Yeah, man.
Couldn't even get in. But that stage lineup with like Blood Youth and everything else was just it's horrible. In a good way.
Yeah.
Wicked. Shit, what's that? But yeah. Yeah, like I said, man, I love it from start to finish. Karma is one of my favorite. Still Waters Run Deep, I think it's great. Starting off with Malicious Intent, I just think.
Yeah, I think I'm with you. I think like those tracks are probably my favorites as well. They're definitely like the harder tracks, aren't they?
If you were ever going to do an EP, I'd definitely put those three, maybe Life Sentence in there as well, just to make it a solid like.
Yeah, I think you've got a similar taste to myself.
Definitely. Awesome. Charlie, thank you very much for putting out one of my favorite albums to date so far.
Oh yeah, absolute pleasure. And, thanks so much for having me.
Enjoy your fireworks and champagne there.
Yeah, wish us luck.
Catch you later, man.